That's a good fish right there. There we go, girl. Woo, man.
This episode of Let's Take It Outside is brought to you by Visit Tampa Bay, the hip, urban heart of Florida's West Coast beats in Tampa Bay. Unlock sun, fun, and culture in Florida's most diverse travel destination.
On this episode of Visit Tampa Bay, we'll be taking you on the water, inshore fishing, off the water, and some of the beautiful conservation parks here. And we're going to wrap it all up with some nighttime downtown boat fishing. Here in Tampa Bay, you can experience everything from heart-pumping thrills to waterfront sunsets. In Tampa Bay, you can savor local flavors from the country's most creative chefs. Stroll down the Tampa Riverwalk or step into the past in historic Ybor City. With hundreds of days of sunshine here in Tampa Bay, there's so much to do in the outdoors, whether you're boating, rowing, paddle boarding, biking. And as you can see, the outdoor space is spectacular. The city of Tampa has a hip urban heart, beating with the sounds of nature. As a city on the bay, Tampa offers everything from theme parks, major sports teams, arts and history, and it's all set on the canvas of Mother Nature. The only thing missing is you. Tampa is one of the few places where you can go from the boardroom to the boat in less than 5 minutes. Tampa Bay has been home to my family for over 4 generations. So amazing living here in the Tampa Bay area. There's not many places in the United States where you can go to a meeting at the convention center and hop on a boat 5 minutes later and be on the water. Whether you're out cruising, you can head out into the bay. As you guys have seen, the fishing is phenomenal here. And a city by the sea, it's just really wonderful. The sunshine is out, no clouds in the sky, and in general, it's always sunny in Tampa Bay. Get ready to tighten that drag because Rob and I are fishing with one of the best guides in the Bay Area, Captain Brett Norris of Rock Bottom Charters.
So right now we're fishing an edge that's holding a lot of bait. Moon phases are big for fishing because it kind of pushes the fish around and it gets them in the right feeding habits. But there's a ton of pinfish in here. There's a ton of whitebait. So we're just waiting for these fish to come along this bar and sit down on our baits, and hopefully they eat the right one and stop eating all these ones out in the water right now. So we'll see what we can do. We're gonna keep rolling around and go from there.
So, you know, you get up early, you go out and catch a live well full of bait, or at least our captain does. And the hardest part right now is waiting for that first bite, that first fish of the species that we're trying to catch today, which is redfish. It's time to stop.
Oh, he jumped.
Is that a snook? You got a snook. Woo!
Oh, stay on, baby, stay on, stay on.
All right.
Never caught a snook before either.
Oh, gee, this is great. Best day ever.
Wow, he's a good one. Good sized snook.
Woo!
He already saw the boat and took off. Here, he's running right at the boat.
Hold on. You better help.
Gonna help me land. Oh!
Catch and release.
Catch and release. So close, but yet so far.
So, Rob, I just love fishing out here because the great thing is, you know, we can pick you up at the office and be out here fishing in about 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's the great thing about Tampa, really, is people think it's such a big city, which it is. There's a lot to do, but literally fish on,
fish on!
Beautiful color. A lot of orange, gold. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Check that out.
Step That's what you call a beautiful Tampa redfish. Another beautiful Tampa redfish. You can be from the boardroom to catching one of these monsters in less than an hour. We think of Tampa as a great city, but we also got great wilderness. This is our backyard, so come out and catch one of these awesome redfish here in Tampa.
Look at that. Aha! Woo! Bring him right over here. Captain Brett. That's the biggest snook I've ever caught in Tampa Bay, ever.
This episode of Let's Take It Outside is brought to you by Minn Kota Trolling Motors, built to outlast, outmuscle, and outperform the most trusted trolling motor on the water. Humminbird Electronics with Mega Down and Side Imaging. Fish have nowhere to hide. Simply, clearly better. T.A. Mahoney's, your marine supply store, Tampa. If we ain't got it, quit looking. Freedom Boat Club of Tampa Bay. Enjoy the freedom of boat ownership with none of the headaches.
What lies beneath can no longer hide. New Mega Imaging Plus uses high-frequency sonar to show you fish and structure up to 200 feet below your boat and 200 feet out to either side. No more secrets, no more guesswork, just a clearer picture of the world below, down to a fish's species and direction. Because more detail means more of this. Only from Humminbird.
Fishing Tampa Bay. We're looking for redfish. We're waiting for the tide to start coming in, so it's slowly coming in. There's a ton of pinfish in here. There's a ton of whitebait. So we're just waiting for these fish to come along this bar and sit down on our baits, and hopefully they eat the right one and stop eating all these ones out in the water right now. So.
Okay, we got something. So right here we've got a mangrove snapper. Now you can catch those inshore and offshore. They spend kind of their juvenile life here inshore, and then later on, as they get bigger, they'll tend to move offshore and spend the rest of their lives out there. Nice little baby. We're gonna catch him, release him, let him grow up. So far this trip is a huge success for you because you've caught your first redfish, your first snook. I mean, where do we go from here, Rob?
Yeah, it's not been a bad day at all. I mean, you catch that snook, it's like, you know, latching onto a bulldog. That thing just pulls and digs, and whereas that snook, he just was running back and forth. It was like a cheetah. He'd come at the boat and then he'd tear off again. I mean,
yeah, he did not want to come into the boat.
Yeah. 10 minutes, 2 different species of inshore fish here in Tampa Bay. I mean, good day fishing.
Doesn't get better than that.
Not at all.
Okay, we're coming in on the side. Woo!
Nice. That's a nice one.
Rob got the bite started, and now we're loving it. Okay.
So we call Tampa redfish.
All right. Got that baby in the boat. Another beautiful redfish. You know, we were using live bait before. White bait wasn't really doing the trick at the time. We started using some cut bait and started catching them.
So this here is a bonnet head. People think it's a hammerhead, but because he's got a little shovel nose here, they'll call him a shovel nose as well. But they roam the flats quite a bit. They're not going to hurt you. They might nibble at your feet, but other than that, these are all over the flats. They eat shrimp, pinfish, whatever. Pretty plentiful, I'd say, in the Tampa Bay area. You have a good shot at catching one of these on the flats as well while you're red fishing, snook fishing, trout fishing. So Tampa Bay is always really cool because of how many species we have here. We catch tons of different animals every day. It's not like just going freshwater fishing where you get bass or nothing. This is cool. You never know what you're gonna catch when you come out here. So.
Woo, that's exciting. Okay. Pulled up at a new spot here. Still fishing on a cut bait. He's trying to take me over into the oyster bed. This is a nice snook, people. Nice. He's trying to get me where I don't want to be. Put up a great fight. He's not here till he's here, though. Look at that. Ah-ha! Woo! Bring him right over here. Captain Brett. Oh, yeah. Wow. That's so awesome. That's the biggest snook I've ever caught in Tampa Bay, ever.
Got him out of the bush.
Woo! Okay, look at this. Check that out. This is what can happen right here in Tampa Bay, Florida, people. Amazing, amazing. Plantation on Crystal River is the place for Florida family adventures. Make memories while swimming with manatees. Scalloping is fun for all ages. Rent a pontoon boat or paddleboard and spend time on the water. Parents can relax in the spa or play a few rounds of golf. The Plantation offers Southern hospitality with Florida charm. Reserve your family time on the river today.
Our children come from different backgrounds with different stories. They learn time-honored values like the importance of faith, hard work, and that an education is something no one can take away. They learn that respect begins with themselves and should be given to others. The Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranches, where kids learn, laugh, and dream with people who refuse to give up on them. With your donation today, we can give them a brighter tomorrow.
Out of the bush.
Woo! Okay, look at this. Check that out. This is what can happen right here in Tampa Bay, Florida, people. Amazing.
We're here at Lettuce Lake Conservation Park right here in Hillsborough County. It's only 30 minutes from downtown Tampa. We're about to go on a paddle adventure here in our canoes. We'll be looking for some birds, hopefully some alligators, and who knows what else we're gonna see. You ready to go have some fun, Bella?
Yeah, let's go.
Paddling in a canoe, kayak, or paddleboard is a great way to check out Tampa's waterways, and you can get some great exercise to boot. There are so many parks and wildlife areas located in Tampa, you'll never run out of ways to take it outside here. Almost everywhere you go in Tampa is teeming with wildlife. Hundreds of species of birds, deer, hogs, turtles, and with over 1 million alligators residing in the state of Florida, you're sure to catch a glimpse of one or two. There are so many places located around the city of Tampa where you can rent canoes, kayaks, paddleboards, water bikes, and even boats. And just a reminder, don't forget to practice water safety.
The great thing about the parks all around Tampa is you can explore them on the water or on land. It's amazing.
Whether you're on the water or you decide to take a hike, it's a great way to reconnect with nature, reconnect with your friends and family, and unplug. Get ready to tighten up that bow, because it's time for some bow fishing, Tampa Bay style.
If you like to hunt and you like to fish, bow fishing is a thing for you. Anywhere from the advanced to the novice to the beginners, we can make it all happen here. Bow fishing is a lot of fun once you start to release and bust some scales.
Man, oh!
Look where your arrow is.
The rock. It's so fun, and we are so close. Like, we are just centimeters away from getting them, but for our first time, we're doing pretty good. If you're not familiar with what bow fishing is, like I wasn't, the fish are shot with a barbed arrow that is attached to a special line and a reel mounted on the bow. One thing I know for sure, it's a blast.
Oh, yeah!
I got it! Holy crap!
That's what I'm talking about.
Yay! Wait, I'm wrapped around the trolling motor. Hold on, here. Yeah! Obviously, Ike is the master, man. 2 in 1 shot. Looks like smoke mo.
I'm Dennis Brownlee with Florida Insurance Center, located right here in our home state of Florida. We take great pride in our work, just like you, which is why we are dedicated to providing quality insurance products with outstanding customer service. For over 42 years, we have been treating businesses as people, not policies. That's why we specialize each insurance plan to fit the needs of every business.
From home, auto, and boats, we got you covered. Protecting your business is our business.
We're here for you. And remember, Florida Insurance Center is the trusted choice.
For 28 years, the National Pediatric Cancer Foundation has been funding clinical trials across the nation to end childhood cancer. Cancer is the #1 cause of death by disease among children. Only 4% of the billions of dollars spent annually are directed towards treating childhood cancer. Visit fishingfundsthecure.org to learn how you can help save the lives of children battling cancer. You can make a difference.
This episode of Let's Take It Outside is brought to you by The Plantation on Crystal River, Florida, where friends and families come to stay and play. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, everything you need to take it outside under one roof. Cayman Islands Angling Club and the Cayman Islands International Fishing Tournament, celebrating 23 years of catching. Every fishing tournament before this is just practice. April 30th through May 3rd. Go to fishcayman.com for more details.
We just pulled up in our first spot of the night. Ike was laughing at me a little bit because I was holding the bow upside down, because I really have never done this before, and this is our first time. So what is step number 1? What do we do now that I know how to hold it the right way? What are we doing now?
Well, we're going to go by talking about the actual bow itself, how it works, how do you load the arrow, what to do, what not to do, so that way you don't harm yourself. And,
or you.
Or me.
Or Ike. Or Donna.
And then I'm gonna have you shoot. Actually, a lot of people like to look down the shaft of the arrow.
Right.
That works for them. Some people like to shoot instinctively. That's really gonna be on you.
I'm not really sure which way I'm gonna shoot. I guess we'll figure that out. Donna, I guess we'll figure that out with you too.
Gonna wing it.
So we're gonna pull up here. We're gonna do a couple practice shots. Again, we've never done this before. And then Ike's gonna put us on the fish, and we're gonna see what happens. Well, at least I'm holding it not upside down, and I did get the bow in place. We'll see what happens after that.
You missed all right.
I was a little ahead of it.
Yes, dude!
Woo! I got it! Woo! Yeah! Seaweed down!
Dude, you.
That's a good shot.
That was
Woo!
an
I got
excellent.
some seaweed.
That was an excellent stance.
Okay, so we did some practice shots. Donna nailed it on shot 3. Like, we're ready to rock and roll. I feel like I did pretty good. At least I said I did. So I feel like we're ready to go fishing.
No, we're gonna go bust some scales.
Woo! Bust some scales. Woo! Fish on! Woo!
That's how we do it. Right there. Aim low, bust some scales. Oh, low. Lower. Whoop. Shot over him.
So we came up on a sheep's head, and he was just kind of hanging out, and I did take a shot. I missed, shot a little high, and you really just got to remember, shoot low, shoot low, shoot low. So that's okay. Plenty more. We're going to keep on fishing. trolling motor. Hold on. Here. Oh yeah, that's a big one.
It's a nice sheephead.
Yeah. Ow. Fish on a stick. That's awesome. What a thrill, man. This is so great. Wow. What a blast. Yeah.
Got 2 mullets.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Wow. Look at that. That is awesome. Woo.
That's how you finish the night off, right?
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. That's awesome. Obviously, Ike is the master, man. 2 in 1 shot. Looks like smoked mullet tomorrow. Next episode of Let's Take It Outside, you'll be joining Sunny and I hunting pythons, catching peacock bass, and we learn a lot about conservation in the state of Florida. On this episode of Visit Tampa Bay, we'll be what?
I'm sorry, my phone started ringing.
Oh.
Go. Sorry. Go.
You're gonna see how you're gonna miss.
Okay, I'm not gonna miss.
Oh, you missed all right.
On Saturday is Ryan's birthday.
Yeah.
Birthday, Ryan. Yeah.